Welcome to TMZ Live. Elon Musk has sometimes embraced and sometimes pushed Donald Trump away on various issues. On immigration, it is unclear how Donald Trump feels about what Elon Musk said, but based on a case involving a U.S. citizen who now has permanent residency in Denmark, he thinks a hot meter should be the standard on whether to give thumbs up or thumbs down.
It does sound like something that the president would co-sign
I
on.
would think so.
But Elon Musk, upon hearing about Audrey Morris and her situation in Denmark, said, and seeing a photo of her, he said, 8 or above level hotness should get an exemption, with a laughing emoji. So maybe he was saying it as a joke. Problem is, Audrey did not take it as a joke. A lot of people did not take it as a joke.
And by the way, maybe it wasn't a joke.
Maybe it wasn't. One of those things where you put the laughing emoji just to take
for cover.
Yeah, exactly. Well, joining us right now to talk about Elon and his view of immigration is the woman at the center of this, Audrey Morris. Audrey, welcome to TMZ Live.
Thank you so much, guys.
So the good news is Elon gives you at least an 8. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a little bit of a misdirection from what's actually important here, just because of, the accomplishments that we as kids work so hard to reach: academic, faith, social, all these achievements that we put our best into, and then we're just summed up to be a number out of 10. It's a little bit demeaning, and it's also a little bit demotivating as well.
I get it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there. So your case, you've been going through this in Denmark. This isn't something that you put out there, and yet somehow it ended up in the ex-Twitterverse, getting to Elon Musk.
How did that happen? I mean, what was he looking at?
I think there was a post that's now been deleted, just kind of bringing it up. I mean, it was many months ago, and it's since been resolved. So I think it was just someone reposting it, and somehow it got his attention. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually not sure.
So it was something where the authorities were challenging the permanent residency, and somebody posted about that?
Yeah, well, so my case started because of a technicality that ended up getting me deported. And so when my family and I started to challenge that, that's when it kind of became this big frenzy, I guess you could call it.
And so you said that this has since been resolved. I'm guessing that your, as Elon put it, your hotness had nothing to do with the resolution. What happened and how was it resolved? What's the end result here?
Well, yeah, so I got permanent residency, whereas I before only had temporary residency. And even though it from the beginning did have a lot to do with appearances, it actually was resolved because the government established that I had a strong enough connection to Denmark to be able to stay, and that connection being my family, my school, work, and friends.
You've been there since you were 9. So
I've been there since I was 9, yeah.
Yeah, so look, he put a laughing emoji on that, but if you think back a couple of years, I think, maybe more recently even, Donald Trump was kind of grousing, saying, why aren't we accepting immigrants from places like Norway and Sweden? I don't know if you recall him saying that. And I don't think it's hard to read between the lines what he was saying there. So in a way, that's what makes me feel like maybe this isn't a joke.
I can't speak to his intentions with it, but I can say that as a teenager, as a kid who's studying and just trying their best, like I said before, it is a little bit demotivating for everything else not to matter and all the hard work and hours put into friends, family, and school just to be summed up as an 8 out of a 10.
I don't want to be offensive here, but I got to ask, you said this kind of blew up there. And I'm just trying to think, it's kind of an unspectacular news story that somebody is applying for permanent residency and they're denied for some reason on a technicality or whatever. And it makes me think maybe they were looking at your looks too, because why else would this blow up the way it did?
That was definitely also up for debate back when it all started. But I do also think that there was an underlying frustration with the Danish immigration system being so tight and so based around rules that there wasn't room for individual cases and the actual people behind the cases.
Got it. So, by the way, what are you studying in Denmark?
Well, I'm doing something called gymnasium, and it's basically just the Danish version of high school. And I graduate this summer.
Oh,
That's great.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, as somebody who's often categorized as a 4, it is kind of a win, but you know.
What he's saying is thank you very much for joining us.
That's what I was saying. Thank you for
Of
translating.
course, no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right. Alabama Barker has had enough of the internet attacking her for her Christmas gifts.
Well, maybe she shouldn't have posted them.
Yeah, I don't know what she expected when you show off
$200,000 in a
worth
haul.
of Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
But there was one gift in particular that, or at least the reaction to one gift that is really upsetting to her. She, when she showed off that haul, she showed some lingerie that she got. Very expensive lingerie, of course, like everything on her list. But that lingerie was purchased, or was a gift from her dad. And that's why the internet was like, this is creepy.
Okay. So
she says,
oh, come on.
She has an answer to this. I don't know if it's
mind your own
satisfy-
blanking business.
It's not really?
Yeah.
Mind your own business. She put it out on the internet.
I don't.
So now it is everybody's business.
I know, but come on. If
This
your
is
dad
her-
gives you lingerie, it's not like she's going to model for him. I mean, come on. She wanted lingerie, and he got her lingerie. I don't think it's a big deal. I really don't. I think it's a big deal that she's showing off $200,000 worth of presents.
Well, here's
That's
what
a
she
big
has
deal.
to say to all the people who think that her dad crossed the line.
Hold on, I have to go on a rant. Why the are you guys trying to make this lingerie thing a thing? It's never gonna be a thing, Gretchen. Courtney picked out the lingerie. Courtney! You think my dad's like, oh, I'm gonna go pick out my daughter lingerie? No, it was on my Christmas list, and he wanted to make it happen for me, so he let Courtney go pick out the lingerie. God forbid a girl wanted cute panties and bras. Like, literally, leave me alone. I'm literally never going to do another Christmas haul. I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
Hold on, Charlie. Was this lingerie? What we said in the morning meeting was $2,000.
Oh, it's very
Yes,
expensive. It's
very
agent
expensive, right.
provocateur.
So it's like, that's my Christmas list? I want all these things, and I want $2,000 worth of lingerie?
I don't know.
That's the issue.
Right.
Harvey.
What 20-year-old is making
It's her Christmas haul.
Christmas
You guys,
list, a
she
list like
popularized this. She put this whole like TikTok trend on the map. People look forward to it every year. Honestly, I watched the entire thing. It was giving rich girl. I mean, I actually really liked her at
already
the end
know
of this
she's-
video.
You liked her after the video.
Yeah, I did. I
You
did.
liked
I
her
loved
after
her.
the video.
Yeah.
She was cute. She was cute. But okay, here's my one.
Did you think when she showed it and said, this is for my dad?
Yeah, I caught that. I thought it was a little weird, but then I remembered, she is a daddy's girl. And, there are dads out there that are single parents. They have to do things like buy their daughters bras and
she put it on her
underwear.
list. She did what he wanted.
Well, it's not necessarily on her list.
She
but,
said it.
Oh, okay. Well,
She said it.
Yeah.
Here's the little weird part. In the very beginning of the haul video, she said that she has a new boyfriend, and then her dad / Courtney, whatever, gets her this lingerie. So they know she's gonna wear this lingerie for the new boyfriend.
She's 20, right?
So what?
Was that right? She's 20? Is that the right?
Yeah.
I
mean,
It's
so what?
a little weird.
Go with God.
Go with
But I'm serious. That's, to me,
I
so
don't know about
not
the
an
go
issue.
with God part, but
$200,000 worth of stuff.
They're rich.
Well, fine. But then to show off, it's like tone deaf.
hey, you're tone deaf. Haven't you heard? Charlie said she liked her more, and that's what that's why she does it.
I did like her more. I'm not gonna lie.
Not what- for you, old man.
What's the conventional wisdom on whether she should have done this or not? I'm talking about putting all of it out.
What do you mean? This is what people do, Harvey. They do this all the time. The hauls.
Why is she
Some are
getting- why is she
sad.
getting
Some are
dragged?
amazing. This one is amazing.
Why is she getting dragged?
Well, because of the dad part.
No, she was getting
The
dragged
lingerie.
yesterday.
She was also
getting dragged just for
yesterday.
showing it all.
Yes.
all of
She
it off.
does this every year. This is old news. Get on the TikTok.
Get on the TikTok, old man.
My name is Victor and I'm in LA. And honestly, I think I also liked Alabama more after the video. The gift was from her dad and Courtney, and she really emphasized that the sales associate also helped pick it out. Honestly, what about it? I wish I was their daughter and getting all those gifts too. I think society honed in on the wrong thing and wanted to sensationalize it and sexualize it when it really wasn't that deep, in my opinion. It would be weird if the only thing she got was the lingerie, but she got a whole bunch of other
Yeah,
stuff.
she did.
Yeah, a whole bunch of other
So
stuff.
how is it that Momdami is connecting to young people
Right.
about this issue,
Right.
and they're embracing it?
What the young people are saying, they still want to be given very expensive gifts. They just don't want to pay taxes.
Coming up.
There was a possible felony case against Stefon Diggs that came to fruition.
Right. Police went to talk to him about the accusation that he had slapped and choked his private chef.
Be right back.
Well, as the New England Patriots are heading for the playoffs and having an incredible season, their star wide receiver, Stefon Diggs, of course, not just incredible NFL player, but also Cardi B's father of Cardi B's latest child. She was at his latest game. And
Well, we didn't know because
what we didn't know as that game was going on,
no
and
care
Cardi
in the
was
world
there,
looking at that. But
Right.
it turns out there was a possible felony case against Stefon Diggs that came to fruition.
Right. It came to fruition on Christmas Eve, actually, is when police went to talk to him about the accusation that he had slapped and choked his private chef earlier in December.
So it has to do with a dispute over money that apparently there was a week where Stefon didn't need her and she said, nope, you hired me for the season. And they went back and forth on it for a while. And then we get to the day in question.
Yes, December 2nd, the day after Monday Night Football, where Diggs had 3 catches in a win over the New York Giants. The woman claims that Diggs entered her room, which was unlocked, and was addressing the text conversation that they had back and forth. Said that he got really angry over the dispute, slapped her, and had his arm around her, and then choked her with the elbow, and said that it was to the point where she felt like she could have blacked out.
So she goes to the police December 16th.
Yes, and they say that she was hesitant in the incident report because she knew that he was a high-profile athlete and a member of the Patriots. She was going back and forth on whether she wanted to move forward with charges, but she laid all this out and explained it to them. On December 20th, she said, look, I want to move forward with charges because I've been contacted by someone I believe is Diggs' girlfriend. It does not say specifically whether that woman was Cardi B, but she said, I got a voicemail from someone saying, hey, you don't want to go through with this. Diggs said, as she went to go get her stuff out of his home, that he said, handle it with my assistant. The assistant said, yeah, we'll pay you as long as you sign an NDA, which she did not want to do. So
they
December
offered to pay her
20th,
money.
That's what she's
That's
claiming.
what
she says.
Right.
As long as she kept
He's
quiet.
been pretty tight-lipped about this. There was a court hearing today,
Correct.
and
He did not appear in court, right?
He did not, but his attorney did remotely and said, look, we got a statement from the attorney saying, all this is nonsense. This never happened. This is just because this woman is trying to get paid, and she made these allegations all up.
did he enter plea today?
No. Arraignment is actually January 23rd, which is 2 days before, if the Patriots do make it to the AFC Championship, they would be playing in that game. That game would be on December.
So what does the
January
NFL
25th.
do in a situation like this, where he's squarely saying didn't happen, she makes an allegation it did, he's charged with felonies, and do they do an independent investigation? Do they just wait it out for the courts, or what?
They'll do their own homework, and they did release a statement on this saying that they're in contact with the team. The Patriots did say, we fully support Stefon Diggs. We believe his side of the story that this is all made up. So he's probably going to continue to play throughout this, and then they'll figure out as things move forward.
I am not questioning Stefon Diggs because I have no idea what happened here.
Right.
But why are they reaching that conclusion now? Did they interview the woman and find her not credible? Why are they saying we believe Stefon?
The Patriots said
Yeah.
that because I don't know what they did with their investigation. They didn't say how thorough it was, but they seemed confident
The
enough.
Patriots would do a separate investigation from the NFL.
The NFL,
Right, but what I'm wondering is, did they talk to her?
Right, whether they spoke
they
to
did
her.
not state how intensive or detailed their investigation was, or if they even did one. But they said Stefon came to us and said, "This is not true. This is all BS, and we stand by him." So the Patriots aren't going to suspend him. The NFL is saying we're working with the team on this.
But wait a minute. What about the text, which would be something concrete from Cardi to the personal chef?
Well, no,
if it exists.
It was a
Or
voice
voicemail.
note and from a girlfriend is how she described it.
But is that still
She would have-
available?
I would imagine she has the voice note.
According
you
to the incident report, it doesn't say anything along the lines of, hey, like he didn't mean to put his hands on you or anything like that. It's just saying, don't make a big deal out of this. That there's not really much to that.
I guess
there's
the
not much they
question
can do
is,
with it.
when you say this,
Or someone
what?
acknowledging
Yeah, something.
what her allegations. Yeah.
And again, I'm not.
Yeah, we don't know.
I have no idea. It's just if Cardi did leave that voice message, then
And
you
again, we should not
And I
say
have no
Cardi
idea.
because
We don't know. It
It
just
is
says a
also
girl.
true that he has other women that he's had kids with, so maybe it's one of them.
On
was
face
it, but
value,
wasn't it listed as a girlfriend?
Yes.
Yes.
That would be problematic.
Problematic for Stefon.
Yeah.
This is some really unfortunate news. I hope it's not true, but I guess we'll just have to wait for the courts to do their investigation. I don't know. The Patriots are siding with Stefon, so maybe they know something that we don't. Again, we'll just have to wait and see. And I sincerely hope that Cardi B did not contact that woman. Because Cardi, let's not add unnecessary fuel to this fire. But good luck to everyone going into 2026. I'm sending love and light to everybody.
Okay. Yeah, and you're right. I mean, we have no idea what happened. I mean,
Right.
except that voice
But it
message
would be
is
interesting that regardless of what did or didn't happen, it just seems like something Cardi should not get involved in. But it also seems
Why
like
is it
something but it also
unsurprising?
seems like something she might get involved in.
Totally.
Well, some good news for Dakota Johnson. After the breakup with Chris Martin, she has landed on her feet as we expected.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I know. Was really worried about her. Seems she has a new love in her life, although she's gone from the one end of the spectrum to the other. Chris Martin was a bit older than her, and the new guy that she's been spotted with, a little bit younger. Role model.
A lot
singer,
younger.
role model.
He's 28.
28.
And
28?
she's 36.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think that's totally fine.
Totally
but
fine. Of course you do.
So what does that mean?
What
They
it,
were
it
out
means,
at dinner.
By the
What
way,
the
it means what everybody in this room knows.
What is
it
it? No,
means.
it doesn't mean anything.
Charlie, do you know what it means?
It means nothing.
Charlie, do you know what it means?
Charles likes young girls.
What is, stop it!
Young girls.
What is happening? This is. Let me tell you something. We are talking about.
Oh, Jesus.
We're talking about role model, and we're talking about Dakota Johnson. I don't know what just happened.
Well, I can butt in here. I can ease
Please.
this awkwardness.
Yes.
I will
thank you,
say,
Alexa.
I love this. I think at first I was a little heartbroken because I'm a huge role model fan. And he, as we know, dated Emma Chamberlain for like 3 years. So they were very close. And Dakota kind of gives the same vibes as Emma Chamberlain. They have those like bright, beautiful eyes, the dark hair, a lot of like random tattoos on their arms. So I feel like the age isn't really going to be that big of a factor.
It's not a big deal at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 12 years difference with
Chris Martin.
Chris Martin.
And
she was
also,
younger.
If he were 36 and she was 28, nobody would bat an eye.
No, nobody
Yeah.
would say a
So it's the
thing.
same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I think that if this is, a little bit more serious, we'll
Well,
have to
they're
see.
having a dinner.
They had dinner.
No, I don't know. Their
had
body
dinner.
language. Look how comfortable they are together. They're looking in the same
Okay,
direction.
they're comfortable. You could be comfortable with your
They're,
grandma.
No,
they're sitting
you can
next to
tell
each
if
other as
it's
opposed to
awkward.
across from each other.
Right, and his arm's like not around her, so he's not like feeling pressure to like
Yeah.
claim her.
Seem very relaxed.
You're really trying to deconstruct this
Of
picture.
well,
Just
duh.
did.
Of course, I stared at this for hours.
Let's move on now,
Anyway.
please. God, thanks a lot, guys.
Hello, it is Josh Payton from Phoenix, Arizona. Josh Payton in the sitch. And to be honest, Dakota Johnson is a woman with taste. She's a hot girl with hot girl taste and role model himself. Are you kidding? LA performative male trade. Everybody wants that man. Everybody wants that man. Ask about 8 of my friends, even me, we all want him. And to be honest, if I was dating someone like Chris Martin, no shade, I would be dipping on him for a hot man too and role model. If any men that look like role model are out there, come and get this. Mwah.
I did not know role model was that kind of a heartthrob. Yeah,
I missed
clearly.
LA performative male.
LA performative male.
That is so on point.
This sounds like something you'd buy at a drugstore.
Coming up.
Well, I just learned something about Oprah Winfrey that I had no idea about. And we have weight loss drugs, GLP-1. Those drugs, that's the reason we finally found out about this, that Oprah can drink like a fish.
17 shots in one night.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
Phoebe Rexa was looking hot on vacation.
Look at the water, too.
Did you just say, look at the water? I mean, I'll be honest, that is what I was looking at. Well, I just learned something about Oprah Winfrey that I had no idea about. We have weight loss drugs, GLP-1s, Ozempic, things like that. Manjaro, those drugs, that's the reason we finally found out about this, that Oprah can drink like a fish.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Drink, I don't know any.
17 shots in one night.
That's what she said. Now, the reason this came up, the reason she talked about that, which is mind-blowing.
By the way,
me,
how can you do that?
I don't believe it. This seems like an Oprah exaggeration, like you get a car,
Right. That's a
although everyone did get a car. This is what she had to say to people. I was a big fan of tequila. I literally had 17 shots one night. I haven't had a drink in years. The fact that I no longer even have a desire for it is pretty amazing. So she's crediting the GLP-1, and she still, to this point, has not said exactly which drug it is, but she's crediting that for helping her give it up.
And look, she looks great. And the thing about this, though, to me, is we've kind of been hearing this narrative for 30 years that, she goes on this fad and it changed my life. It changed my life. I'm going to take a wagon and take out fat.
Is this just the latest?
At a point, and I don't want to say fad because, listen, if it worked for her, I haven't heard that these drugs can basically take alcohol away from your
I mean, what I was
wish
going to
list.
say is that even if she were to stop doing the GLP-1, not drinking alcohol is also going to help you lose a lot of weight.
It's going to help you lose the most weight.
Yeah.
The most weight.
Especially if you're someone who drinks 17 shots in a night.
I just can't believe it. I mean, you'd be dead.
I would be.
I would be absolutely dead.
I know people who could do that.
17
they're
shots.
Not as accomplished as Oprah.
I don't think he would have gotten 17. I think he would have stopped at 15. I know what you're thinking of.
I think you're onto something though about just the latest fad. And not to say that GLP-1s are a fad, but Oprah has done this over years.
Over many years, especially on her show.
I mean, she's talked about the yo-yoing of
But aren't you
different
allowed to
diets.
grow and change? Like you get hooked on something and then you're off it in 6 weeks.
That's true.
You do that all the time.
I do it all the time.
So she's just doing that with like weight loss. New science is coming out and telling her to do something else. She's doing it.
Yeah, but the difference is I never say whatever those stupid things are that I do change my life.
Yes, you do. You have a whole thing of little like pastries up there. They changed your life.
Did I say change my life?
Yes.
Before that was the cookies.
Did I ever say that those
the pastries
His
that he has up
pastries,
there.
his sugar-free like protein
Did
pastries.
I ever say that
his
changed
life.
my life? Be honest.
Did you ever say that they changed your life?
Yes.
Harvey, you bought 6 boxes of them?
Move away from Anakin.
You brought 6 cases.
Okay.
Before that, it was the cookies.
Yeah.
What was the balance
But I
bracelet?
did.
You also say that like going to the gym and swimming changed your life.
Well, that
like
did.
But she's
That
allowed
does.
to say the same thing.
I know, but she's done this for 30 years, where she says this is transformative.
Because she's following the new science, and it is transformative. It's new. I don't know.
Did
what
you
your
know?
problem
But
is.
did you know about these
17
drugs?
shots?
No. That these drugs can abate any
Yeah, they
alcohol
help.
desire.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
because they get rid of cravings, so it like tricks your brain so that you're not craving.
But it's one thing to
anything.
have a craving, and it's another thing to say I'll have a drink.
Well, that's kind of what an alcohol addiction is.
Well, now
Well, it's
he's
not an
crazy.
addiction,
Right.
I guess.
Well,
But it's kind of what it is like,
Well, I
okay,
have no
I'm
idea.
craving
17
a
shots
drink,
in a night.
I'm craving a glass of wine with dinner.
I had no idea. No idea. Well,
But-
good on Oprah.
I'm sad about that she doesn't drink anymore.
Hello, everyone. This is Chelsea Alexandra Davis. here in Atlanta, Georgia. I just want to say shout out to Oprah, who will be 72 next month, for, doing what's best for her on her health journey. I know GLP-1 is one of those super controversial things, but I think if it's, something that's making her healthier, especially someone that's been dealing with obesity for so long, then we should give her a pass. And honestly, for 2026, I think we should, spread more kindness and mind the business that pays us. Maybe.
But I will say, the obesity thing is great. She looks fantastic. But the alcohol thing is shocking to me. I did not know this. I did not know that.
Coming up.
Well, it is that time of year. It is party time, St. Bart style. And leading the parade
is the biggest yacht of all.
Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez.
I just feel like she's past the point where it's like, okay,
what's the point? What's the point? What's the age?
43.
Be right back.
Well, it is that time of year. It is party time, St. Bart style.
This is the place where everybody with a big old yacht shows up. They have
I didn't know what you were going to say when you said big old.
Well, it's kind of the same thing. 1,000 yachts, and it's all size.
And leading the parade
is the biggest yacht of all.
Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez down there doing their thing like they do, I think, pretty much every year. They were just in Aspen now.
It's where all the celebrities and
down
rich
in
folks
St. Bart's. And, of course, you got to go have lunch at Nikki Beach.
Oh.
And, look, so Lauren decided that she would get up and
dance.
And dance. So, by the way, you can see other people there also dancing. It's a thing at Nikki Beach.
Yeah, it is a thing there. The waitresses dance, waiters dance, people stand up and dance. They have a DJ there.
They do. It's very much like Vegas Club, where they have, bottle service comes in, and everyone dances around.
She's a little too old.
The idea of saying that she's too old to dance.
She is.
Okay, so not Talia. Just to give you a little cover, Talia's not the only one saying that.
It's ridiculous.
There was a comment.
It's like it comes off
once
a little
these photos
annoying.
came out.
Why is she too old to dance?
Here's this an unpopular opinion, but there does come a point when you're too old for this.
To dance?
I
think that's BS.
It also comes off though really she's like really showing off. Like everyone's already looking at you though.
That restaurant
People
is there
stand up
for
at
the
that
show.
restaurant and dance.
I think though, coming from her, like you're supposed to be like classy.
No, you're
put
not.
Together. Yes, you are. When you're in the
What classy and put together can't dance?
Yeah, but I just feel like she's past the point where it's like, okay,
What's
like
the
you're
point? What's the point? What's the age?
43.
It's ridiculous. That's
what a random number is that? What
I don't
does
know.
that
You
mean?
you said to pick a number and I picked one.
And
I picked
how old-
43.
And what is too old to play tennis?
Never. Tennis is like the oldest
So you can play
sport
tennis
I know.
and run around a court, but you can't stand up and dance.
That's different than like getting drunk
Zero
in St.
logic.
Bart's
She's
and
not
shaking
drunk.
Zero
She's
logic
standing up
today.
during lunch and dancing.
Which
Oh, you don't
dinner
know.
fine,
I mean,
lunch
you actually
weird.
don't know.
That's true.
Could be.
But
that's a very healthy pour.
Yeah, there's a big
of,
martini. It appears.
Sauvignon Blanc.
by the way,
she's holding
tomorrow, what they do is, I have not been to this.
for clarifying.
Please tell us more rich people.
No, I have not done this ever. But apparently, the last week of the year, on New Year's Eve, it's a contest. They all dock and they have parties on the boat, and they see how many celebrities can they get on their boat.
Right.
So it's a big competition to get celebrities on your boat. Gross.
When you parked yours,
Gross.
where were you exactly in the line? Did you?
Not there.
Didn't get any?
Didn't do anything. And if I did, I wouldn't.
Would you stand up and dance?
Yeah. Why not?
No, you would not.
Why wouldn't I?
I know you.
Why wouldn't
I would rather you park your yacht than dance.
Hi, my name is Mary. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, listen, I'm sorry. I might not agree with some of her views and who she hangs out with, but as 56-year-old woman, she is looking like a snack. She's looking great. I know when I'm old, I hope I'm dancing until I'm 95, right? I'm not going to go after this woman just because she's rocking what she's wearing. She's rocking a lot of outfits I feel like I can't even rock, and she's twice as old as me, right? But my thing is, when you got the money and the resources, go for it. She looks good doing it. I say hike it up a little bit more. Live for yourself, not for other people. At 56,
I love it.
Go for
You're
it.
saying
Lauren would
she
co-sign
looks-
on everything you just said, except for the
one
part where-
thing. It's
that
you're
she's
saying
twice as
she's
old.
ancient. You're literally saying she's
twice as
ancient
old
but looks
part she
good.
probably would have done
I know,
without.
I know.
Well, the plight of former Nickelodeon star Tyler Chase is just getting worse, apparently. Tyler, of course, was one of the stars of Ned's Declassified. And we've been telling you that lately a lot of people have seen him in Riverside, which is about an hour east of LA. He is homeless. He is very clearly dealing with substance abuse and addiction.
How old is he now?
36.
Wow.
So he had gotten some help. There was a former co-star who went out to see him, got him a hotel room for a night. And Shaun Weiss, who himself, former star of the Mighty Ducks, who's dealt with addiction, is doing so much better now and actually helping people get into treatment. He was trying to get Tyler into treatment. But Tyler was picked up by the police out in Riverside, and they put him on a 72-hour hold. But once that was up, they had to let him go. There's nothing they can do if he doesn't want to get treatment.
You cannot.
And Shaun was offering him a place at a treatment center. But if Tyler doesn't want it, and this was him back on the streets on Monday, because he doesn't want the help.
This is the plight of, addiction, mental illness all over the country.
It is.
And good luck putting somebody in a conservatorship these days. It's almost impossible.
Well, here's what Shaun Weiss had to say about trying to get Tyler help.
I'll tell you what's not helpful is the people that want to go and see him to get a selfie for their Instagram and giving him money. That's working against us. From what I hear from Jake, when he got out of the hospital, he was fairly lucid. He was very receptive to treatment. Then he met up with some people, took some pictures, and long story short, when Tyler's using, he's not receptive. But we need some help. We need some help from the county of Riverside. Everybody knows he's out there on the street. Nobody's doing anything.
But what can they do?
Yeah,
what can they do if
I
he doesn't
understand
want
why Shaun
treatment?
is frustrated, but it's not so much on the police. There's only so much they can do.
And they've told us, because he's not gravely, a danger to himself, he's not gravely ill, even though we see these photos where it does appear he's using substances.
Yeah.
But then you see these other photos of him where he actually looks happy. Like, he is happy that people are coming up to him in Riverside. They stop, they give him food, they post videos.
Well, that was
and photos
interesting what
with
Shaun
him.
said, which is you're doing him no favors by doing that.
Right.
So I think
If
what
they're
he's
coming
saying
up and
is
they're taking
you got to
photos.
hit rock bottom in order to get
realize,
the help. And if you're cushioning that, people in his position, you're never going to get the help you need.
And we also know that his parents have been in touch with him, and even from the conversations that he's had with his parents on the phone, he's still not wanting to go and have the help. He's reluctant.
Hey everyone, it's Tony here in Los Angeles, California. And listen, it's great to see that everyone is advocating for Tyler and willing to give him a helping hand. It's just unfortunate that Tyler is not in the best mental state to receive that help. And until he's ready to actually receive the help, that's the only way that he is going to get better.
Yeah,
you're 100% right.
Rock bottom. He's got to get there.
Coming up.
Well, it looks like we're going to close out the year with a brand new political beef I would not have seen coming. Jack White from the White Stripes is now going back and forth with Congressman Tim Burchett.
Be right back.
Well, it looks like we're going to close out the year with a brand new political beef I would not have seen coming. Jack White from the White Stripes is now going back and forth with Congressman Tim Burchett.
I don't think that's astounding.
Because Jack White isn't the person to get into these sorts of things. Yes,
when Jack White's name gets invoked, yes, it is.
Yes, it was. His name was invoked by Congressman Burchett from Tennessee, who posted or reposted this video, which he, based on his repost, seems to think is actually Jack White.
Don't even think about listening to my music, you fascist.
Yeah, that voice is very clearly not Jack White.
Not unsurprising if Tim Burchett doesn't know.
And it's an AI creation. Someone had posted somewhere, and then Tim Burchett reposted it and said this. That little girl from the Addams Family got really ugly and angry. Yeah, that did not go over well with Jack White.
The comment, the AI comment, was against MAGA.
Yes, that clearly the AI video was a shot at MAGA,
right?
Which is why Tim Burchett felt like he needed to jump in. And that's when Jack White decided, I'm not going to sit around and just let this be thrown around without commenting myself. He said, can you believe that a U.S. congressman, that's right, a congressman from my state, no less, a once hallowed and respected position in our society, would repost an AI-generated video containing a false comment that I never said and refuted, and like a 10-year-old on a playground, add to it attempted insults to my physical appearance.
And then Tim Burchett says?
Tim Burchett has not said anything more to this point.
You know why? Because he got what he wanted.
Or do you think
Jack
Tim
White
Burchett
took the bait?
Well,
Jack White took the bait.
No, but what's Jack White supposed to do? Like, not clap back at this? This is so outrageous on several levels. The first one being that you would fall for an AI video like this.
Yeah,
it doesn't take.
People fall for it.
This is so obviously
If you
AI.
know Jack White
But
well.
this is the thing, too. This is why it's more embarrassing. Because it's not Tim Burchett who made that response. He didn't just see that video and fire back a tweet.
How do you
he
know
had a
that?
whole team in a war room because he's not that.
Tim Burchett doesn't have a whole team in a war room.
It's not just a Tim Burchett thing. This isn't a partisan argument.
They don't. They
Gavin Newsom
six
has
employees.
Gavin Newsom has a whole team of employees whose job is to fire back on Twitter.
He's governor.
He's the governor.
They don't have that kind of staff in Congress.
There are definitely some interns around there who are whipping up some tweets. And that's exactly what happened here. So and it's getting a lot of traction. It's getting millions of views on Twitter. So what's Jack White supposed to do? Just sit back and accept it?
How about
you guys,
not me, guys?
Well, he said that and some.
Obviously not
It's
me, guys.
obviously not.
But
And
it's obvious that Jack White is ticked off that Tim Burchett, that any
and listen, I don't know about you
would
guys.
wade into this.
I'm a taxpayer. And I don't want my tax dollars going to Twitter feuds between politicians and celebrities. Outa. Whatever happened to Outa?
I've been pushed away.
Well, no, I think it's stalled. And this is a great moment.
I'm told, by the way, that Tim Burchett did actually have a response. And the latest, he says, you mean it's not the girl from the Addams Family?
See, he's trolling.
Yeah,
now he's trolling. That makes it pretty
But
obvious.
he was trolling from the beginning. And, and it's like, don't bite the bait. It just don't bite the bait. If
You're
it's
right.
so
Jack White took
obvious,
the bait.
ignore it. How's that? Ignore it. You said it's so obvious that no one would fall for it, then ignore it.
And just keep paying your taxes, all right? Just keep paying your taxes.
I'm on time.
I'm Brad from Southern California, and I think this is a classic case of misinformation and potentially disinformation, and it definitely crosses the line. If you look at the original Jack White post from 2024 on Instagram, he told Donald Trump not to use his music for political purposes. But now what you're seeing is utilizing AI videos to say something that nobody actually even said in the first place, where now Jack White is saying, don't listen to my music. So this is a classic case of misinformation, potentially disinformation, and I think it's misleading to the American public.
It may be, but guess what? That's the future.
Coming up.
One of the more surprising stories of 2025 for me, you went to the movies the other day?
Yeah.
You actually went to an actual movie theater.
And loved it. Loved it.
So Timothée Chalamet was good enough to get you to actually go to a movie theater.
Be right back.
One of the more surprising stories of 2025 for me, you went to the movies the other day? You
Yeah.
actually went to an actual movie theater.
And loved it. Loved it.
So Timothée Chalamet was good enough to get you to actually go to a movie theater. You went to go see Marty Supreme.
He did not disappoint. He is unbelievable in this movie.
Now.
And so are all the other people in this movie.
Including Kevin O'Leary. You
Kevin
said was
O'Leary
amazing.
is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Huh.
I mean, he...
Do you see award season supporting?
I honestly do.
Statue or somewhere
He
in
was
it?
fabulous. But everybody, Gwyneth Paltrow, everybody was great.
So when they got to there's a scene where Timothy or Marty's butt gets whacked.
What happens is that Kevin O'Leary's character was going to fund Timothée Chalamet to go to Tokyo for the ping pong tournament.
Spoilers. All I wanted to ask you is if you thought that it was really Timothy's butt or was it a double? When you watched it, what did you think?
Because I had done some research before that he played ping pong for 6 years to get ready for the role. I assumed it was him. And
Well,
man,
you are correct.
does Kevin O'Leary whack him?
Yes, and Kevin told Variety, he said, when it came time to whack him, there was a stunt ass. There was a double. But Timothy said he'll do it himself. He didn't want some other ass immortalized.
So he did it. And I got to tell you, it was really interesting to me because, you know, with all of the protections on sets and everything else, this was violent. I mean,
how many times did he whack him?
Like 4 maybe. But I mean, he just leaned in and hit him.
Emma, New Jersey. If you're asking me, there are method actors, and then there's Timothée Chalamet's butt. But if you're asking me, it's really refreshing to see a really young movie star have this kind of dedication. I mean, it's understandable to see now why he put so much promo out for this movie, because he really put his whole ass into it.
He put his ass on the line, literally. He did.
Sure did.
He did. What else do you guys want to talk about?
I'm Shannon from Kansas. I'm talking about Elon Musk. And I think at this point, we can all agree he is just really creepy and should probably not talk about teenage girls. And I think probably not talk about women at all.
Yeah. How old was Audrey?
She's 19? Yeah. This just seemed to...
Especially in this climate,
it's
right?
It's just an odd thing for him to suddenly wade into. Just, I don't know.
Really?
Let it... Yes. Yeah, just let it go.
Did not surprise me one bit. One more.
Hey, y'all. I'm Alexandria from Chicago, and I'm going to talk about Alabama's little Christmas gift from her dad. Low-key, I'm befuddled about how much he bought for her and how racy it was. Like, I don't know what they do in their house, the Kardashians, you know, they different. So, you know, I'm not surprised that they do different things, but buying lingerie for a 20-year-old, my mama don't even know what I buy.
There are stockings on the fireplace were fishnet.
What? Not a fact.
Coming up.
Taylor Swift is just one of the girls. Just another
wag.
The Chiefs players, all their wags, got together for a holiday party, and they took a little group photo. But good luck finding Taylor in it.
Be right back.
Taylor Swift is just one of the girls. Just another
wag.
Another wag. Wives, that's the term for wives and girlfriends. And the Chiefs players, all their wags, got together for a holiday party, and they took a little group photo. But good luck finding Taylor in it. She is there, but not prominently placed. And the question is whether that was her decision or
it's so her.
One of the other wags.
It's so her.
She's right there, kind of behind Snoopy's nose.
It's the Easter egg thing.
Interestingly, Brittany Mahomes is also not in the center. This was posted by Anna DeMar, who is one of, I believe her boyfriend is an offensive lineman. Yeah. So, yeah, Brittany, who you would think being the quarterback's wife,
I think it's the opposite.
Would be right in the middle.
No,
but
I think it's that if Taylor's going to take a back seat, Brittany's going to try to do the same thing.
Oh, you think Brittany went on the edge just because Taylor was on the other edge?
Yep.
I mean, Taylor has to be in the back because she's probably taller than almost everybody else.
No, she doesn't have to be in the back. But that was, listen, when you see half her face, it's intentional. And Brittany followed suit. End of story. The end. See you tomorrow.